Good morning. My name's Isabella. Can you tell me your full name, please?
Good morning. My full name is David Chen.
Thank you. Can I see your identification?
Yes, of course. Here it is.
Thank you. In this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk about work. What do you do? Do you work or are you a student?
I'm currently working as a software engineer at a tech company in San Francisco. I've been in this position for about 3 years now, and I specialize in developing mobile applications.
Why did you choose this job?
I've always been fascinated by technology and problem solving. During university, I discovered programming and immediately fell in love with the creative aspect of building something from nothing. Software engineering allows me to combine technical skills with creativity, which is incredibly fulfilling. Plus, the tech industry offers excellent career progression opportunities.
What do you find most challenging about your work?
The most challenging aspect is definitely keeping up with rapidly evolving technologies. The tech field changes constantly. New frameworks, languages, and methodologies emerge regularly. I need to dedicate significant time to continuous learning outside work hours. Additionally, debugging complex code under tight deadlines can be mentally exhausting, but it's also what makes the job interesting.
Do you enjoy your work? Why or why not?
Absolutely. I genuinely enjoy what I do. The satisfaction of solving difficult problems and seeing users benefit from applications I've built is immensely rewarding. I work with talented colleagues who challenge me intellectually, and our company culture encourages innovation and experimentation. The only downside is occasional work-life balance issues when projects have tight deadlines, but overall, the positives far outweigh the negatives.
What are your career goals for the future?
In the short term, I'm working toward a senior engineer position, which would involve more architectural decisions and mentoring junior developers. Long term, I'm interested in transitioning into engineering management or potentially starting my own tech company. I'm particularly passionate about artificial intelligence applications, so I'd like to specialize further in that direction. I'm also considering pursuing a master's degree in computer science to deepen my expertise.
Do you think work-life balance is important?
Absolutely essential. While I'm passionate about my career, I've learned that burnout is real and counterproductive. In my early career, I worked excessive hours, which affected my health and relationships. Now I prioritize boundaries. I don't check work emails after 7 p.m., I exercise regularly, and I make time for hobbies and social connections. Research shows that well-rested, balanced employees are actually more productive and creative. Companies that respect work-life balance tend to have lower turnover and higher employee satisfaction.
Now, I'm going to give you a topic. I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make notes if you wish. Here's your topic. Describe your ideal job. You should say what the job is, what you would do in this job, what skills or qualifications you would need, and explain why this would be your ideal job.
Let me think for a moment. Okay, I'm ready.
You have 1 to 2 minutes. I'll tell you when the time is up. Please start speaking now.
I'd like to describe my ideal job, which would be working as an AI ethics researcher and consultant for a leading technology company or research institute. In this role, I would investigate the ethical implications of artificial intelligence systems, particularly focusing on issues like algorithmic bias, privacy concerns, and the societal impact of automation. My daily work would involve conducting research studies, analyzing AI systems for potential ethical problems, developing frameworks for responsible AI development, and consulting with engineering teams to ensure their products align with ethical principles. I'd also write policy recommendations and educate stakeholders about AI ethics. The position would require a unique combination of technical and philosophical skills. Obviously, I'd need strong computer science knowledge to understand how AI systems function technically, but equally important would be background in ethics, philosophy, and social sciences to analyze moral implications. Critical thinking and communication skills would be essential. I'd need to explain complex ethical concepts to engineers and translate technical details to policymakers. A PhD in either computer science with ethics focus or philosophy with technology emphasis would likely be required. Additionally, staying current with both AI developments and ethical debates would be crucial. This would be my ideal job for several interconnected reasons. First, it addresses my deep concern about technology's direction. While I love building software, I've become increasingly worried about unintended consequences. Algorithms that discriminate, systems that invade privacy, automation that displaces workers without social safety nets. Working in AI ethics would allow me to be part of the solution rather than potentially contributing to problems. Second, it combines my existing technical skills with intellectual interests I've been developing. I've been reading extensively about ethics and philosophy in my spare time, taking online courses and following AI ethics debates. This role would merge my career experience with these passions perfectly. Third, the work feels meaningful and impactful. Technology shapes society profoundly, how we communicate, work, make decisions, even think. Being involved in steering this technology towards beneficial outcomes rather than harmful ones seems incredibly important. I want my career to contribute positively to humanity's future, not just generate profit. Finally, the field is emerging and dynamic. AI ethics is still developing as a discipline, which means opportunities to genuinely influence its direction and establish best practices. The intellectual challenge of navigating uncharted ethical territory and rapidly advancing technology would keep me engaged in learning constantly. The role would also satisfy my desire for interdisciplinary work, collaborating with engineers, ethicists, policymakers, and social scientists. I thrive in environments where diverse perspectives converge.
Thank you. Would this job require travel?
Potentially, yes. I imagine attending international conferences to present research, visiting different company offices for consultations, and possibly collaborating with research institutes globally. Some travel would actually be appealing for networking and staying connected with the broader AI ethics community.
Do you think you'll pursue this career path?
I'm actively working towards it. I'm taking ethics courses, reading academic papers, and considering PhD programs. It's a long-term goal requiring significant preparation, but I'm committed to transitioning my career in this direction over the next 5 years.
Let's discuss some general questions related to work and career. How has the nature of work changed in recent decades?
Work has transformed dramatically. Technology enabled remote work, which accelerated massively during the pandemic. Geographic constraints dissolved. People work from anywhere now. The gig economy emerged with platforms like Uber and Upwork creating flexible but precarious employment. Automation eliminated routine jobs while creating new ones requiring different skills. Career paths became less linear. People change careers multiple times now rather than staying with one company lifelong. Work-life boundaries blurred with constant connectivity. There's also increased emphasis on meaningful work rather than just financial security, particularly among younger workers.
Do you think job security is important?
It's complex. Job security provides stability, reducing stress and allowing long-term planning. However, in rapidly changing economies, clinging to secure jobs might mean missing opportunities or developing outdated skills. I'd argue skill security matters more than job security. Continuously developing adaptable, valuable skills provides better long-term protection than any single position. That said, complete lack of security creates anxiety that hampers productivity and well-being. The ideal is probably flexible security, portable skills, social safety nets, and cultures valuing growth over rigid stability.
What makes a job satisfying?
Research identifies several factors. Autonomy matters tremendously, having control over how you work. Mastery, the opportunity to develop expertise and tackle challenges. Purpose, feeling your work contributes meaningfully. Fair compensation and recognition are important but insufficient alone. Positive relationships with colleagues create satisfaction. Work-life balance prevents burnout. Alignment between personal values and company mission increases engagement. Interestingly, once basic needs are met, factors like growth opportunities and meaningful impact often matter more than incremental salary increases. Job satisfaction is deeply personal, though. What fulfills one person might bore another.
Should governments regulate working conditions?
Absolutely, though the extent is debatable. Unregulated labor markets historically produced exploitation, dangerous conditions, child labor, excessive hours, discrimination. Regulations ensuring basic safety, reasonable hours, and fair treatment protect vulnerable workers from exploitation. However, overregulation might reduce flexibility and competitiveness. The challenge is balancing worker protection with economic dynamism. Regulations should evolve with changing work nature. Gig economy workers need protections traditional employment law doesn't provide. International coordination prevents races to the bottom. Overall, well-designed regulation creates healthier, more sustainable work environments benefiting society broadly.